Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Bob here. Hope you're all well. Today's going to be like a channel burp video. Just talking about some channel stuff. I've tried to do this video a couple of times, and the reason for that is that, like, for previous to the last couple of days, for about a week, I kind of felt a bit of a change in my health. I hadn't done anything different particularly, but I just had more energy consistently through the day, and I was thinking to myself, it's like, I was still never at any point where I could go out and do stuff for myself or whatever, but I thought, it'd be useful to pump some of that energy into the channel and do some new stuff. But obviously these things I haven't done anything different, but generally these things are short-lived. It's kind of how it works. And I'm still feeling fairly chipper in comparison to what I have been. Things have been slowly getting better on and off for the last year or so, but things have kind of gone a bit crap again the last couple of days. So I'm thinking to myself, oh well, maybe that video wasn't such a good idea. But actually, I do whatever energy I have spare outside of stuff that I need to do, family stuff, that kind of thing. I would like to make more of the channel. I've said this before. If you're a friend of the channel, you'll know that I've spoken about this before, and I've spoken about kind of being burnt out by the channel and just not interested anymore. But the reality really is it's all down to health, and when you're not feeling well, your enthusiasm for anything is incredibly low, and that's generally been the issue. But I'm always thinking about what I'd like to do with the channel, and I'd like to invest more time in it and make it a bit more, just make it more than what it is at the moment. So that's something that I'm going to kind of try to do over the coming, however long, over the coming future. Hang on a minute, what's this dude doing here? Fingers crossed. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do that. And I've been looking at things and thinking about things quite a lot from a channel perspective recently. And I think the thing that I've come across, and it's something that some of you have mentioned to me before, politely, some people not so politely, but that's the internet, is that it's the channel's very much I was going to say the channel's a bit of a mess. That's not fair. I think the channel is probably, I think it's a fact that the channel is very hit and miss with regards to content going up, obviously from a regularity point of view, and I think the channel lacks continuity or any kind of structure, and quite often, I'll put a video up about a random MMO that I'm playing, might do 2 or 3 videos on it, and you never see anything from them again. I'm not talking so much about the new player experience videos that I enjoy doing. I enjoy looking at new MMOs and experiencing them, even if it's only for a short space of time, and doing videos on that just to give you a first impressions of that game. I enjoy doing that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just generally through the history of the channel. So one of the things that I'm kind of want to do and going forward is to try to make the channel make more sense just from a continuity point of view and a progress point of view. So for example, this is a character I'm playing on P99 at the moment. I'm enjoying it. A lot of you in the past have said to me that I should play a necromancer. And I'm got to level 12. I'm enjoying it. It's good fun. I'm kind of looking forward to I just got a new spell level, just to hit a new spell level at 12, and the 12 is quite powerful. I think that my life tap does 4 times more damage than my previous one did. And I've got a couple of dots that are really nice. I've got Leech, which is nice little healing dot and whatnot. Yeah, and it's I'm enjoying the gameplay of it, and I'm trying to do something a bit different with it as well. I know that kind of necromancer kind of tanking or tap tanking is not something new particularly. But I did see on the forums a while ago, someone came up with some build, like a dex build, where you kind of tank and you rely on, I think you get a couple of spells, like Vampiric Embrace is one that I've got at the moment, where you it's got like a proc on it, you know, and I've been looking to try and get like a flaming brand or something or whatever that weapon is that's got a proc on it and stuff. And yeah, so someone's kind of built like a proc based, tap based kind of necromancer that seems to work pretty well. It's interesting because there seems to be a fair bit of P99 content on YouTube at the moment, and one of the things I noticed was that there's quite a lot of necromancer content creators, and some of them, like even at level 60, are kind of like tanking some really like high level stuff by using their life taps, that kind of thing. And that's quite interesting. Oh, I just got a proc on my vampiric embrace there. That's nice. And I didn't realise that was such a thing. You know, I saw someone solo a cliff golem on a necromancer. Oh, I've got 2 procs. Nice. I saw someone solo a cliff golem on a necromancer, and that was partly due to going in and tanking a bit and that kind of thing, you know. And yeah, it's quite an interesting form of gameplay. I quite like the idea of like a tanky mage. So, yeah, so that's kind of something that I was quite interested in, and I'm kind of looking at it thinking that's quite good. I might try that. So I've bought a few cheap bits. I haven't given them to the character yet, but I've bought a few cheap bits that have got some decks on and stuff. So I might bring them over to this character and see how it goes. But anyway, yeah. So getting back on topic, like as an example, like so this character, like I'd like to do a series of it, but I don't want it to be a video and then it's a couple of videos and there's nothing. There's something that's happened in the past. I kind of want some continuity, and I want there to be, yeah, like a progression that takes you through like a story, as it were. And I know that that's kind of what the channel was intended for. Originally, when I started the channel, I did some arcade games and some stuff. But as soon as I started EverQuest, I knew that I wanted things to have that experience. So initially for a shaman, which I do still want to do at some point properly, and I'm still playing the shaman as well. Like it's got the epic. I haven't forgotten about it, so the epic's going to waste. I recently got a level on that character, so I'm working on that as well. But yeah, I'd like to do it to be progressive series that makes sense, and you follow a story rather than just these random things that go on. And yeah, and so this, you might find that this is kind of this character will be the first example of doing that, I think, playing through and there being a structured series. Another game that I've just recently reinstalled and patched up again is Lord of the Rings Online, because that's a game that kind of really lends itself into, because it's quite storytelling based, so lends itself into like a progressive story as you're playing through the game. So Lord of the Rings Online is a game that I'm going to be attempting to do the same thing with. Yeah, because I got a really nice comment recently. Someone said, like, however many years later, I've referred to this video and it's still useful, you know, and that's kind of what it was all about originally. But I think the health thing kicked in, so it just got to a point where I was just doing videos when I felt well enough to do them, but there was no real structure to it. So that's kind of the thing that I'm trying to change. I've mentioned 2 MMOs there. I mean, with regards to other stuff, like I'm still going to do, like I really enjoy the New Player Experience series, and that seems quite popular as well. So I'll keep doing that. I've got a list of MMOs, some of them that you've mentioned to me, that I will get through at some point and do videos on that. There's a couple of big ones that I'll probably do videos on, but it might have gone too far to do like a structured series on them, and that's things like Final Fantasy 14. I've got my character up to like level 40 something, and I'm playing a bit of Guild Wars 2 as well, which I really enjoy. So I'll probably do some videos on that, but they'll be primarily based on like as a new player, like how I'm finding the game. But I'm not sure it'll be like a proper structured series. Maybe I'll go back and level a new character in one of those games and do it then. Yeah, so that's that side of it. From a structured point of view, and trying to make the channel make a bit more sense. That goes for streaming. So the other thing that I was been thinking about is how to present these series. And first of all, I thought to myself, well, I could just stream, and they could just be streams. But I immediately ignored myself with regards to that point, because I do like these kind of videos where I'm sitting here talking. So like proper YouTube videos as opposed to just streaming. So what I thought I would do in the end is, it's getting a bit dark now. I kind of started recording at the wrong time, but I guess this is more of a video just to sit there and maybe soak up the information if that's the sort of thing you're interested in. Yeah, I mean, I thought to myself, well, maybe the best thing to do is a combination of those things. So I'll use this character as an example, or an EverQuest character, where it could be a combination of, where's he coming from? It could be a combination of, it will be a combination of streams and then proper YouTube commentary videos, you know, talking videos where I talk a bit more about, in detail about what I'm doing and where I've been and all that kind of stuff. Maybe giving some hints and tips and ideas. If there's always seems to be new people interested in P99, so yeah, that might be quite a good thing as well. So that's that. So it'll probably be a combination of streaming and it will be a combination of streaming and what you call regular YouTube videos. This kind of, for those of you who kind of came to the channel for a particular game and I didn't really give it much time and that kind of thing, this doesn't mean that I'm ignoring all other MMOs. And, you know, there are other MMOs that I've played in the past that I did some videos on, but I kind of stopped playing. And for those games, I'm kind of looking at one of the issues, and someone said it to me the other day on the stream, was that how do you manage playing all these MMOs? Well, the problem is I don't manage. That's kind of part of the issue. I just want to check something. The leech spells used to tick over after the mob died. I wonder if that's still the case. Oh, the leech recourse ability is still on. Yeah, it does, yeah. So cast it just as you're going to die, and you get a free little healing dot, even though the mob's dead. It's not an exploit. I believe that's how it was on live. Yeah, anyway, sorry, I'm chucking myself off track again. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So a combination of streaming and normal YouTube videos. As I said, if you came here for a game that I'm not playing anymore, I kind of am playing them now and again, and I'll try and find a way of fitting those in as well. As I said, someone said to me, how do you manage playing all these MMOs? And I kind of don't really. The issue is I've literally got like 6 MMOs at the moment that every one of them has got something that I really like, and unfortunately every one of them has got something that I really like about it that makes me want to play it. There isn't a perfect MMO, which is another video that I'm going to do. That's going to be and that topic will be a video at some point as well. So yeah, I'm not managing at the moment, but what I'm trying to do is while I'm structuring the channel, I'm trying to structure my MMO playing lifestyle as well. You know, maybe it'll work, maybe not. But we'll see how all that goes. I'm looking forward to it. The other point that came up was that where to do the streaming, and I think the streaming is probably going to be done on Twitch. I'll leave a link to my channel in the description box of this video, because the reality really is, I mean, YouTube makes perfect sense to me as someone who's got a subscription, you know, a subscriber base, because I can stream, you get notified, and the video's up ready to go, so you can watch it when you want, basically. But the problem with that is that YouTube seems to have almost no exposure with regards to someone finding you. And I think even some like massive YouTubers who came over to YouTube, their channels have kind of stagnated from a subscriber point of view, because it's just hard for people to find them when they're streaming. Whereas on Twitch kind of doesn't really have that point. Twitch is laid out so well that you can go there, type in a game name, and you can find exactly what you want straight away. Whereas I'm not quite sure why. I mean, I went to the YouTube live channel thing or whatever it is, and I thought, this is just a mess. Like, you know, how am I supposed to find what I want, you know? So it makes sense from my subscribers' point of view, but as a channel like trying to find new people, it kind of makes less sense, unfortunately. You know, that just seems to be the reality of YouTube at the moment. If it changes, it will be fine, but at the moment it's not. I mean, obviously what I don't want to do is break the continuity or the sense of progression or story, so I will transfer those videos from Twitch over onto YouTube. I think the issue is just that I just think that you know, often YouTube is just not particularly, like, YouTube has a better streaming quality than Twitch, I think, for me anyway, so the quality might not be as good, but they're kind of streams, and people kind of turn up for streams for different reasons, so than actually watching a commentary video. So yeah, it'll probably be on Twitch, so go and follow me there if you're not following me there. I don't know how people feel about social. I'm not a big fan of social media. I'm not one of these that thinks all social media is destroying our culture kind of stuff, but it is a bit crap. Just because of the stuff you have to put up with on there. Although I suppose you can just not look at it, I guess. But yeah, I'm not sure how people feel about like someone of my size having a Twitter page, like a Twitter handle page thing, and you guys follow that, and I put up there when I'm going to go live and just some other random crap that maybe you want to read. I don't know. The problem is, the problem I always have with this kind of thing, and it's just like an autistic personality thing, is that I think to myself, I find it quite narcissistic, like creating a Twitch channel, creating a Twitch page for the channel, because I think people will want to go and listen to what I've got to say. It just feels, I don't know, but maybe it's the thing to do. Maybe that's how you get more stuff, more people just finding you. Use a few hashtags and maybe that works. I don't know. We'll have to. Maybe I'll do it, and I'll tell you that I'm doing it, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. So it's probably going to be on Twitch. So I would pop over to there. Yeah. I think the other game that you'll probably see one of the first games that you'll probably see that will be more progression based is I've started playing the Vanguard emulator again, which I really, really love actually. Such a shame that game went how it did, because it's got so many fantastic ideas in it, like really amazing ideas. I'm playing it, I'm thinking, this is an amazing idea. Like, why is no one else using this now in 2022? Like, why are all these brilliant ideas been forgotten? It really was I'm not so keen on the visuals and stuff with regards to like comparing it to EverQuest and that kind of thing, but I can really appreciate some of the design decisions, and it definitely felt like from a design point of view, it definitely felt like a step up from EverQuest in some of the mechanics and some of the gaming systems, and you could tell it was by some of the same people, I guess. Yeah, but I think that's it. When I did this video before, I kind of wanted some stuff I was going to tell you, but then I kind of forgot about it. But I think we've covered it all. Channel going to be make more sense. I think. Probably going to be streaming on Twitch, but all the stuff will still be on YouTube. Social media account, is that a good idea? Will anyone really be interested in it? Don't know. Let me know. If enough people say yep, then I'll knock one up and see how it goes. I don't know why I'm so resistant to it, because like I don't really follow anyone particularly, but like I think I've on Twitter, my personal account, I follow Asmongold, for example, and maybe one or two others. So yeah, I do use it and follow certain people, but I don't know. Just doing it myself, and maybe because of the size of the channel feels a bit weird. But anyway, enough of that. Thanks for watching. If you've got any ideas about stuff, because as I said, I just want the content to be more structured. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to change. I just want it to be more structured. What I was also going to say was that I will be doing more videos on like topic type stuff as well. So I've been asked a few questions recently about like how do I manage with so many MMOs, for example. Things like I forgot what the question was now. Yeah, things like how I play MMOs now, what I'm looking for in an MMO. I was going to do a video covering all that kind of stuff. Essentially, like how I play MMOs has changed, essentially, which again sounds a bit narcissistic, but there you go. That's YouTube for you. Yeah. So I'll be doing some of that sort of stuff as well, because I enjoy that. I want to do some like I've got loads of old computer magazines here, and I've got loads of old boxed PC games and stuff. And I started doing a series that was like when games came in boxes. I quite enjoyed doing that, but I haven't got a good camera at the moment. So like when I get a good camera, that will be kind of something that I look at doing as well, because I think that I enjoyed that. That will be pretty cool. Looking at old magazines, it's the way they used to cover games and that kind of thing, and old game boxes and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's enough. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.